claims for supremacy in the NFC come to a head today in Dallas. Who's the best receiver? Who's the better quarterback? And most importantly, who's the better team? After steamrolling the rest of the conference, it's down to a rematch and the matchup we've been expecting since training camp began. The winners advance while the rest bid a sudden and final farewell to the season, and in the blink of an eye disappear, just like Gunsmoke. The house with the hole in the roof is full of emotion today.
Welcome to Cowboys Imperial Report. Join me for an interview with CowboysDude, DallasCowboysChat.com, about the Dallas Cowboys game against the New York Giants on Sunday Night Football this Sunday on NBC at 7:15 Cowboy Standard Time. Join me after the break. Hi, I'm Marcus Aurelius Maximus, host of Cowboys Imperial Report. You know, whenever I wanted to talk intelligently about the Dallas Cowboys, I always go to my favorite place on the internet, and that's to hang with a click at DallasCowboysChat.com. And with the click of the mouse, you can go over here to the more info and find their link at www.DallasCowboysChat.com. Alright, welcome back to the show. Now, let's get to an interview that I did with CowboysDude, site administrator at DallasCowboysChat.com, and talk about the Giants. Welcome to Cowboys Imperial Report, dude. How are you doing there in upstate New York?
Good. How you doing, Em?
Oh, who knows? We'll know after the game is over. But for right now, let's talk about the game. How are these Giants fans reacting?
Well, it's funny because I'm from upstate New York, and it's a funny thing about the Giants. When they win, nobody really reacts. Nobody says much. When they lose, they all go nuts. Of course, the first thing they do is go for Eli, and they rarely, hardly ever say it's the defense. It's funny. They don't talk about them when they win, but they will when they lose. What vulnerabilities do you see in the Giants? I'll tell you what, I looked at their game, and of course we got it up here, so I watched a little bit of it. You know, I see they allowed about 4 yards per carry to Washington. In Washington, I feel, they got Clinton Portis, who's really, I think he's really good. But after that, they kind of, drop off. But between all their running plays, they still maintained a 4-yard average. I thought that's very good for us as far as that goes. So I see that as a vulnerability. All right, what can you tell us about DallasCowboysChat.com? Well, I'll tell you what, the DallasCowboysChat.com was born out of a desire to have a Cowboys fan site without all the rules. I've lived a professional life, and I understand the professional aspect of things, but on our site we basically have one major rule, and that's respect others. It's important to be able to voice your opinion or your frustration or your excitement, and in a meaningful dialogue with other users. And if somebody gets upset, well, the best thing about it so far is really nobody's had to step in. They kind of take care of it between themselves. And I'll tell you, I built the site because I love Cowboys fans. We have the ability to solve our own problems, and that's what I see happening. When the site started out, I kind of only offered the chat thing in the live news. But, it's grown since then. Now we got the forums, and we got the chat happy hour, every Friday night, the live news feeds, the videos. So, as I said, it was just born out of necessity for, Cowboys fans to let their hair down a little bit, I guess. All right, dude, what's your prediction? I'm going to predict the Cowboys win, of course. I'm a Cowboys fan, but I think my score will throw some people off. I'm predicting 38-24. Really? Oh, yes. I saw some strides in the last game. I saw, a couple offensive things. They were trying. They were a little twist, a little new, getting sharp choice in there. Some of it didn't work out. Some of it worked out great. But I really see us being able to score. I have that feeling it's coming.
All right, thanks for being on Cowboys Imperial Report.
Thanks, Sam.
Well, let's stay informed and see what's going on in the news with regards to this big matchup between the Cowboys and the Giants. Let's take it from the top and see what's going on in the CNS. Let's listen to some sounds of the CNS here. What's the first one we got? Shango? All right, go ahead and roll Shangos.
We stopped your running game last year. I know you didn't have Jacobs, but in my opinion, Ward did the real gutting to our defense. He was held to 64 yards, Bradshaw 8, longest carry of the day 12. This is the same defense minus a few starters from last year, same scheme, and a coach who was flat out embarrassed last week on the play of his run defense. And if anything looks good in this game, the run defense is better.
Whoa! I don't know if I can share Shango's optimism when it comes to the Giants' rushing attack and Brandon Jacobs. I mean, let's look at this here. Do you realize that in their first meeting against us, that Brandon Jacobs on 10 carries rushed for 117 yards? Do you realize that? And that was against the same defense that we're bringing into our new stadium in week 2. I don't think that Brandon Jacobs is, going to be a bum or whatever, or we can take him or that kind of thing. Now, there is something interesting. The Giants as a team rushed for 103 yards in their opener against the Washington Redskins. So maybe their running production has gone down. I don't know. Let's see what else is going on in the CNS. Who is this? Tech-centric? All right, go ahead and play him here.
We've got a formidable opponent coming in, and I just feel like the cards are stacked against the Giants. I don't see them winning this game. They'll put up a good fight, I think, but
no. Well, who knows? To me, this reminds me of the talk that we heard in the divisional playoff. The Giants were coming into Texas Stadium and everybody's like, the Giants, we got them. Don't worry about it. We did so well. We'll take care of them this 21-17. 21-17. And then they go on and they win the Super Bowl. Well, I hope we're not counting our chickens again before our eggs of fortune have hatched. Skandrick, Orlando Skandrick will be starting at cornerback opposite Terrence Newman. So Jenkins will have the nickel downs, I guess. And then finally, our defense will have the last word with this Brandon Jacobs. This is from, you got to listen to this quote from Brady James, one of the captains of our defense. He said about Brandon Jacobs, he said, quote, "Oh, well, he's in New York, Broadway, so he had to say what he had to say to build whatever up. Really, it's not about talking. It's about actions. We already know that after the play, he's going to try to say something and try to get us to retaliate, all those things. We know him real well. We know them real well. We just got to keep our composure and not have any crazy penalties after the play. But that's what they do. They try to come in and they think they can intimidate or whatever by talking. But we can't afford to do all the talking. We need to be about action." You hear this? You hear this? Let's see what else we have in the sounds of CNS. Who is this? The chickadee? Rachel? Okay. All right. Let's see what Rachel has to say.
Our team isn't pumped up, and that doesn't give us momentum or motivation or any kind of home field advantage, then something's wrong. So
100% correct. 100% correct, Rachel. If these Dallas Cowboys can't get up for this game, then I don't know what to say. There is no good. That's what there is to say. So there it is on Cowboys Imperial Report. What does the Emperor think about this game? I think that it's going to come down to stopping that front four, which is now an Elite 8, it seems. It seems as though they're able to rotate 4 more in there. They have fresh bodies, and they have Osi Umenyiora back. It's going to come down to our offensive line versus their defensive line. But let me tell you something. We don't have Corey Proctor in there, and our guys are healthy. So I think that we have a chance in this one. But that offense, I know we say, oh, Eli Manning, he's a bum, and that kind of thing. But, their offense Their offense, let me put it this way. Their offense is best suited for their defense. It is all going to come down to our offensive line versus their defensive line. If we're making the plays and we're neutralizing that defensive line of theirs, you know what? 27-17, Dallas Cowboys over the New York Giants, and it'll be won in the fourth quarter. And that's it. That's all that I have to say. Watch Cowboys Imperial postgame right after the game, right here on YouTube. And God save the Cowboys.